come across what I think is quite fascinating research. It was in a recent edition or article by Harvard Business Review called The Rise of the Meta City. And the researchers have put a totally new light on where organisations should be locating themselves. And it's a fundamental shift in the way that we think about the location of our offices. And the findings have defied the statements people are making that big global cities will just die post-pandemic, and they're actually reinventing themselves as time evolves. And one of the things they've said is that through digital technology and remote work, many employees can participate in a city's life, economic life, without actually living there. So they could work for an organisation based in London and contribute to the economic operations of that city whilst living in Portugal. And what they're saying is that these employees work in what they've termed the meta city, which is a network or a web of cities, if you like. Now, there's two things that called out. Firstly is patterns. And we may have thought that during the pandemic and post-pandemic, as city dwellers looked to live elsewhere, and we may have thought that pattern was random and they just dispersed. But the research found that that wasn't the case. And I'll read what they said about that. As workers spread out from major cities, they often followed others in their professions, creating clear ties between major hubs and smaller satellite cities. Think finance workers leaving New York for Miami, tech workers leaving the Bay Area for Austin, Texas, workers in London decamping for Portugal or Spain. Mapping these connections and talent flows across the meta city between the hub and the satellite locations that comprise it provides a powerful new lens to view our evolving economic geography and the future of corporate location. So whereas historically boundaries of cities have been defined by transportation technology, now digital technologies have enabled cities to grow in much more complex ways. Then what they did for over 50 global cities is they started to map the flow of talent between these cities. And the researchers used LinkedIn data, and this revealed the cities that are central to this global system, which function as satellites in the meta city system. So what they've said is that when a city is registered as a top 10 destination for talent, it gains a point. And 35 leading global cities emerge. And tomorrow I'll share with you that ranking.